Hey Scorpios, I'm Ellen Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the general monthly reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The part 2 can be found on Patreon. You can also find it on Vimeo. Links are below for your convenience. The links for the Vimeo extendeds, just so you guys know, it's not for the specific part 2. It's like literally to where I have all of the part 2s for all the sign readings I've ever done. So just make sure that like if you're watching this months later that you actually scroll down to the right one. It should have the same title as this video. Okay? All right, just to give it a little spiel. Anyway, hello. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let's just get started. I'm just so eager to just talk to you, Scorpios. So I was getting quite a few things with you. First of all, I was hearing the light. Some of you are coming out of a period of, I want to say like rejuvenation. I almost want to say recovery, but it feels like coming out of a pool of water, like feeling refreshed, feeling clean, feeling purified. So some of you guys are definitely going through that. Now, Scorpios, another thing that I was picking up with you, God, it's like so layered. How do I say this? Okay. Scorpios, you guys have this beautiful gift, this beautiful psychic gift that sometimes, sorry, there's so much cat hair on my table, I didn't realize. That sometimes this psychic gift can make you feel a little impatient, maybe a little antsy, because you know the truth, you see the truth, you feel the truth. Scorpios, a lot of times it's really hard to catch you by surprise, even if spirit's trying to catch you by surprise, or someone's trying to catch you by surprise, or like you could feel what's going on with somebody, or you could know that someone's up to something, but like it hasn't been revealed outwardly yet for everyone else to see, even if you know, right? And I'm getting that that's coming up for some of my Scorpios here, where there's this sense of impatience of like, you know something is supposed to happen, or you know you're supposed to do something, or you know someone's up to something, like you just know, and you're kind of like, when's this coming out? When's this coming out? When is this happening? It's definitely like a drawback of having that kind of Scorpio psychic sightness that you guys have. So that's something that I'm picking up with you. But I feel like you're also potentially getting better with that. Some of you are potentially getting better with the impatience and irritation part of that kind of experience. Like accepting that, okay, it's just not going to happen yet. Or, okay, I might know that that's down the line, but it's fine that it's not right now. Like, yeah, finding an acceptance with the fact that even if you know something, it's okay if it's like, how do I want to say? Yeah, I mean, accepting that it's kind of uncomfortable to know something that other people don't know, or to feel that something's supposed to happen and it's not happening yet. Like to feel more patient and accepting that things will happen when they happen, and that is okay. That's definitely something I was getting for a lot of my Scorpios too. Some of you, I feel, come back to this energy of acceptance. There's another group of you. Now, I pick up on a lot of people. I feel like I need to be very clear about this because I feel like I haven't spoken on this in a long time. I pick up on so many things. I pick up on a lot. I read for a lot of people, and it's my job to filter and discern of all the different things I'm picking up, because energy can manifest differently for different people, and there's 8 billion people on the planet. So you may resonate with some of the stuff I'm saying, you might not resonate with some of the stuff that I'm saying. So just take what is yours, okay? And you will know what is yours. Anyway, coming back to this energy of acceptance, there's another group of my Scorpios here when it comes to acceptance, accepting that things are not always going to turn out the way you want, right? Like, it's something about the details. I feel like I've spoken on this before. Like, do the details of an experience or an event matter more so than what it gives you emotionally or spiritually or energetically, right? Are you getting out of it what is nourishing for you, what is good for you, or what is helpful to you, or not? Do the details matter? I'm feeling a bit of a harvest energy with that. The weekly that I did was all about that. It was all about kind of taking stock of where you're at, like this retrograde energy that we're in, and weeding and harvesting and leaving space for the new, and leaving some things behind to die, and taking forward the gifts and the gains, right? Harvest. And I'm getting for some of that's part of it for you, like being like, okay, this isn't exactly what I wanted. Isn't exactly what I was hoping for, but I'll take the good of it. It's funny because I don't feel a lot of excitement there, but it's just acceptance. It's acceptance that, like, okay, with relationships, for example, right? Nobody's perfect, and no relationship is perfect. Friend, family, foe, romance, coworker, whatever, right? So it's like being more accepting of what is the good there and what is like to be gained there and beneficial there versus what you don't like about it, and learning to let go of what you don't like about it, accepting that, and just kind of like letting things be what they are. So a lot of different things I'm picking up on for my Scorpios, but let's go ahead and dive into the cards. So many decks I pulled out because I'm going to be doing a lot of readings today. That's my goal anyway. We'll see how long I last, because every time I set that goal, something happens, or my energy just eventually is like, no, no more. But we'll see, because I want to do a lot of readings today. I'm going to start with the Spellcasting Oracle. All the decks that I use are linked below. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. It's interesting because I feel like you're actually really leaning into your feminine. You're really leaning into your feminine. And Venus just went retrograde. Chiron just went retrograde. We're in the peak of this like crazy transitional week, right? Venus retrograde, Chiron retrograde. As I'm the day that I'm recording anyway. I'm recording the 24th. Pluto square the North Node, going exact 3 separate times. It's a lot. The North Node finally switched over, right, to Aries, Libra, and Tropic. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, Scorpio, coming back. They keep showing me a flower, like blossoming. I don't think it's a real flower. It looks very mystical, magical, kind of freaky. It doesn't look like a flower that actually exists on Earth. Maybe it did at one point. Maybe it's a prehistoric flower. There's all kinds of prehistoric stuff going on too right now. But anyway, it's just something that's coming up as a synchronicity, I think, for a lot of you. Moving on. See, they're bringing the flower back up. I feel like this is more for the acceptance group, right? Where it's like the deeper you go into acceptance, oh, thank you, femininity, and the deeper that you are leaning into your inner feminine, the more expansive you are, the more receptive you are, the more you can do. Interesting. The more you can do, the more you can experience. Some of you are learning to finally receive from the universe, to finally receive. That's definitely for some of you. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, Venus retrograde. It's interesting because with any time Mars goes retrograde or Venus goes retrograde, I feel the upswing of the other side of the spectrum. Like Mars retrograde, I feel like we had a lot of feminine energy coming out and supporting. And now with Venus retrograde, I feel like more masculine energy is trying to show up and support. But I feel like you're really more in your feminine, which I didn't expect. Is that what you're waiting on? Are you waiting to receive from your own masculine energy or from external masculine energy? Is that why you're so in your feminine? Is that what's going on, Scorpios? Anyway, let's keep going. Because again, coming back to that waiting energy from the first like little group that I picked up on, right? Where it's like you're anticipating something psychically and you're like, where the fuck is it? What the fuck? Why isn't it happening yet? Yeah, I feel like this is all about how you are receiving or trying to receive, learning to receive, being in the feminine, surrendering, acceptance, etc. Anyway, any messages or insights for my Scorpios? Ooh. Compassion. Oh, Scorpios. Oh, that feels really watery. That feels really good. I really like that for you. Remember I was getting this like coming out of a pool of water, like refreshed and clean and rejuvenated. Some of you might have gone through a major, not just purification, but for some of you it's a heart clearing, where I feel like you are actually more empathetic. Not that you weren't empathetic or are not empathetic, but there's even more than there was before. Yeah, it feels so feminine to me. I feel with you that there's less harshness in your heart. Oh, Scorpios. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm like, Scorpios. Yeah, whatever Scorpios I'm talking to about that, you've definitely gone through some major shift there emotionally. Yeah, because I can feel it. There's less harshness in your heart. There's less judgment in your heart. Oh, can I hug you? Taking your time. Taking your time. This is interesting. Okay. So Scorpios, whoever's resonating with this whole like leaning into the feminine energy, leaning into acceptance, the harshness is leaving. You're more genteel, you're more in your feminine, you're more empathetic, you're more compassionate. I also want to say you're learning to be more oh no, I guess I did channel that already. You're learning to be more patient, because I was getting that you've been struggling with being impatient about things that you are anticipating or expecting or psychically intuiting, and like you're getting more patient, you're getting more calm. If you're not in that energy yet and this is resonating with you, it's probably coming. It's definitely a progression, right? What's interesting to me is you're learning how to not feel impatient, pressured by the external or by expectations. I'm also getting that too, like you're being much more patient and drawn out with yourself and with life, because you're learning to enjoy the moment more, the present moment more, because you know things will happen when they happen, when they need to happen. And if you're not there yet, it's the shift. It's the shift from impatient, when is this coming, when is this happening, to it'll happen when it's the right time, when it's in the right alignment, and I'm just going to enjoy what I can in the present. But I also feel, when it comes to how you're relating to other people or even what's going on outside of yourself, that you actually are less harsh. Like you have more of a warmth and more of a light with whatever's going on outside of you. It might irritate some people, actually, is what I'm getting. It might irritate some people. That's interesting. Some people might want to pressure you, make you want to get back on that impatient wheel. Don't let them. Don't let them. Anything else for my Scorpios? I feel like you're actually being an example for other people right now. Yeah. What a shift, Scorpio. What a shift. Anything else for my Scorpios? Look at the light. Happiness, happiness, happiness. Ooh, and then we have travel. So you guys might be like literally physically traveling a lot, or wanting to move around a lot or go out a lot. This could also indicate like astral traveling a lot. I want to say the word exposure is what I get with the travel card. Exposure. You're spreading your light more. I'm Scorpios. This is bringing up such warm, fuzzy energy, and it's beautiful, and it's amazing, and it's just yummy, and it's delicious. But this is because you've gone through some sort of shift within yourself emotionally. And I really want to say, when it comes to the heart, when it comes to your relationship with your own psychic gifts of knowing something's happening and then the impatience of it, right? And learning to be more present, and just like when things happen, they will happen as they need to, sort of a deal. I also feel some of you putting less pressure on yourself to meet expectations, because I keep getting to like almost like a battle of disappointment of, it was supposed to be like this, or this is what I wanted out of that friendship, or they're not like this, or this isn't happening. Like all about the what it is not, like almost like a scarcity kind of mindset and a lack mindset. Instead of doing that, just accepting what is great and what is helpful, what is here, right? Practicing that gratitude, right? And it totally shifts your energy. Way more happiness, way more joy, way more calm, way more empathy, way more chill. It's really nice. And you're learning to be patient with yourself and whatever it is that you are also like experiencing with other people, or what you even deep down know may come for you one day or may happen at some point. You're being patient, even just letting that happen naturally. But the travel card, I keep getting exposure, like you're being called to expose yourself to people is what I'm getting. Like maybe meeting people, maybe spending more time with friends, or just being like out of your home a lot more. Maybe you're being called to like literally travel or literally move, but it's this it's knowing that that this shift within you is bringing in new experiences as well, and within those new experiences, you're also exposing people to more of your light. Oh, I like it. All right, let's move on. Let's pull some other cards here from us Scorpios. Sorry about the noise. I'm doing laundry right now. Let's do the animals, because the animals are always fun. Any messages or insights from Scorpios? Some of you are being called to help people, be more of service to other people. Okay. What is that thing? Peace Corps. It was like, it was like right at the edge of my mouth. Like, maybe some of you are considering doing something like Peace Corps. Oh, Scorpios. Going out there being a little light being. Some of you guys might be feeling called to volunteer, be part of nonprofit work, maybe even just like working with kids, like just very much like how can I just show up for others? How can I keep spreading this kind of light, this kind of joy to others? It's a very genuine, I want to support, I want to be there. It's very unconditional. All right. Some of you may feel this is also coinciding with a new mission or a new path or a new sense of purpose in life. Like you have a new purpose. Yeah, like some of you, you have a new purpose, or your purpose has deepened. It's evolved. Sense of purpose. They keep correcting me. Sense of purpose. Any messages or insights for my Scorpios? I love it. Elk. This is the divine masculine principle. Remember what I was saying? It's like you're really in your feminine. And it's funny because when Venus retrogrades, like I said, I always feel like there's a lot of masculine energy that comes in to meet that, to support the process of Venus retrograding. And I almost had that feeling like that's what you're kind of expecting to happen. You're expecting some sort of external force, or even maybe it's even your own internal masculine energy to show up and then to receive that. To utilize it in some way. But Elk is divine masculine principle. It's kind of like Emperor meets King of Pentacles. It's the ultimate partner parent card. It's I am here for all. I can manage all. I'm going to take care of all. It's very parental. It's very much a leader energy too. It's a really cool vibe. But like I said, some of you may be anticipating, maybe knowing that someone's going to show up and you're going to be working with some. I'm getting that vibe a little bit too. Like you're going to be working with somebody. Some of you guys are anticipating a romantic connection, but it's this vibe of it'll happen when it happens and the masculine energy will emerge. But I also feel like for most of you, this is about you, right? Like you're in your feminine, and when your masculine energy is ready, when the time is right, it will rise up and you can meet the masculine within and do your thing. What is this too? Because it's like with that feminine energy of sitting a little bit more within, right? Like waiting to receive, ready to receive. I also feel some of you are being more accountable to yourself as far as like what you're giving your energy to, right? Like not overexerting yourself, not doing the most. Some of you guys, that's been part of your lesson is what I'm getting. They just showed me one of the, it's literally called acceptance. Where is it? Okay, I can't find it. So I have a Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. It's a very fun deck. And for the different chakras, they have different lessons, right, that coincide with that. And one of them is the card of acceptance. And they just showed me that. Anyway, that just had to be mentioned. Maybe some guys have that deck and work with it. Maybe needed the confirmation. Anyway, coming back. Yeah, being more responsible in what you give your energy to, right? And what you feed. Because whatever you feed energetically, that gets sustained in your life, or that brings more of that in your life. And some of you, it's like a balance of taking care of yourself and your own energy versus trying to co-create the life that actually is good for you and you actually want. I'm really getting this is more about relationships though. But anyway, moving on. Anything else for my Scorpios? You're not feeling guilty anymore. God, Scorpio, so many messages for you. You're not feeling guilty anymore about that. about how you keep your energy for you versus other people. You're learning to not feel guilty for that. Tiger. Tiger's been coming out a lot, I feel like. Tiger is divine feminine energy. I kind of look at her as the Queen of Wands. It could also be he, but it's definitely Queen of Wands energy. It's the card of a mystic. It's also the card of spiritual awakening, passion, play, sexuality, ferocity, and really that's coming in line with happiness. I feel like your juices are revving up there, Scorpio. Yeah, it's like your light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And you're ready to expose that more. You're ready to give. And I really want to say it's to be of service, like not like necessarily I'm going to be closer with that friend. I definitely think deepening relationships is a part of this too, in a healthy way, right? Where there's a nice energetic balance. But I feel it. It's like something is coming alive within you, and you're ready to act on that and to share that. That's what you want to share when the time is right. I keep hearing there's like a timing thing, when the time is right. Nightingale, throat chakra energy, communication, talking, preaching. Interesting that that's coming on the travel card. Travel with Nightingale. Some of you guys, this could also indicate telepathy that you're experiencing, but I keep getting it's about exposing your light to people. Exposing this juicy goodness to people once you're ready and once you receive this masculine energy within, and potentially for some of you, without. When I say without, I mean outside of yourself, like in the form of another person or something like that. When it... sorry, hold on, give me a second. It's like when the sperm meets the egg. That was literally what they showed me. It's like when the sperm meets the egg, that's when you're going to be ready to do more of this. I keep getting it's something new, like a new path, a new mission, a new purpose, a new passion. It feels really good, Scorpio. Where are we? Oh my God, 22 minutes? So fast. God, it feels too early to stop part 1, but maybe I also need to not make these so long either. You guys know me. I get really carried away, and before I know it, it's been like 40 minutes, and it's like, why did I do that? So yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into part 2, but Scorpios, if this is where you leave us, this looks amazing. Like truly, this looks amazing. This looks like a group of Scorpios that have come into a deeper sense of themselves, of empathy, of compassion, of joy, of just acceptance, right? It's like, especially those of you like accepting like your gift a little bit more, like your psychic gifts of like, okay, things will happen when they happen, right? Accepting the flow of life. And we can't always be in this place of accomplishing goals, or we can't always be in this place of sunshine, rainbow, and unicorns, right? We can't always be in this high of life. That's just not how things go. And accepting the flow of that, accepting the cycles of that. But I feel like Scorpios, you are reaching this new pinnacle of you where you feel more bright. Like I can't get away from that feeling. You feel more bright, you feel more at peace, you feel more balanced, you feel more responsible and understanding of how to take care of yourself. It's how to take care of your energy and how to interact with other people to do that, whether it's withdrawing sometimes or having boundaries or whatever it is, right? And it's leading to some new experiences that you get to have that involve a lot of people, is what it feels like to me, and potentially a lot of travel or movement, exposure. They keep saying exposure. So I'm excited for you, Scorpios. But anyway, moving on to part 2. Again, if you're leaving us here, thank you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, website stuff, social media stuff. I am not doing personals right now. When I do, I will announce it. I promise. Okay? All right, guys, take care.